At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
Hello and welcome to this presentation on the Hermits Broadcasting Channel. Today we have the Chiefs of Buena travel to a cold, windy, and overcast Richland to take on Hermit Soccer. Buena will start with the ball. Buena have had their struggles this year. Let's see if they can't make their mark with a big upset win or tie against the Hermits today. Hermits are coming in the record of 11-1-1. Only blemishes are the tie to Clearview earlier in the year and the loss to top-ranked Shawnee. But other than that, the Hermits have been perfect. It's been a great year for first-year coach Jake Heaton, and as tonight is senior night, they look to add another win in the win column. Keeping a little bit of possession, trying to attack down the wing. The Hermits have a little different starting lineup than you may be used to, since it is senior night and they're kind of resting up for the playoffs, which will start next Tuesday. Everybody in the non-public South Jersey sectional bracket has a bye for the quote-unquote opening round as the Hermits play a ball in through. Declan Davis almost finds his way onto it. Everybody in the non-public group has a bye in that first round. Hermits will actually take on Holy Spirit on Tuesday at 4 o'clock in that first round of the playoffs. You'll see a lot of familiar faces in that bracket. Some of the traditional non-public A teams. No CBA this year, but the other top contenders for the sectional title will be Paul VI, who are the 2 seed, and Bishop Eustace, who are the 3 seed. So luckily the Hermits won't have to face them until the end. One interesting note is that higher seed hosts throughout, so if the Hermits are lucky enough to advance all the way to the final, they'll play Tuesday, Thursday, and then that final would be Saturday. Unfortunately, CBA is not in it this year. Everything was broken up regionally, so this is almost a true non-public South Jersey bracket. As the Hermits play the ball in through, Whiteman is either fouled or offsides. Looks like they are giving the offsides. So Buena will start with a free kick, or restart with a free kick. And the Hermits have kept a lot of possession this year, usually averaging almost 70%, if you believe the statistics from the Huddle Assist program. But that's just their style of play. They're going to keep the ball to the ball. They're going to pass it around the back. That's how they're going to play defense, as well as try and get as many goals as they can. So right now, Buena doing a good job, staying with them, playing with the ball in their end a little bit. Simmons up to Whiteman. Ball goes out for a Hermits throw. I think Volkman will take the throw. Volkman drops it back to Mike Ballesteri. And Ballesteri will swing it back to Sal Kukuru. We'll play it along to Andrew Meslin. Sorry. Meslin plays the ball deep, though Hermits are on it. Looks like Whiteman actually charging through. I was going to say, can't quite save it. It'll be out for a Buena 6. Hermits are coming off a good win against a strong Bridgeton team on Tuesday. They took it 3-0. Bridgeton's only 2 losses in the year, both to the Hermits. So it's another good win for Coach Jake Heaton and the squad. And the Hermits will play it back to Ryan Driscoll. Driscoll plays it through to Ballesteri. Ballesteri kind of cutting in. Lays it off to Luke Salmon. Salmon finds Meslin down the wing. Meslin puts his foot on it. He'll send it back through to Green. Green's pass intercepted, but recovered by Whiteman. And the Hermits will keep possession. All right, Buena with a little bit of possession, kind of clears it back in. Driscoll will win the header out of bounds. Another throw for Buena. Notice Buena's first-year coach Don Pernice was the JV coach for the last JV and/or freshman coach for the last, I want to say, 5 years for St. Augustine. So it's a little bit of a homecoming for him. Coach Don was also on the 2010 state championship team, which is actually the last state champion that the Hermits have had. Looks like Vince Simmons was off there, or offsides there. Buena will restart with the kick. Whiteman with the press. Buena controls the ball. Meslin intercepts. Gets it out to Jake Green in the midfield. The Hermits will look to switch the field. Driscoll outside to Volkman. Up to Vince Simmons. Simmons sends it back through the midfield, and they'll send it back to Kukuru to start it out the other way. Whiteman wins the ball in the middle. Hermits haven't gotten too much in this early going. If you look at the records, you might expect the Hermits kind of jump on them early, but nothing really's happened here in the first 7 minutes. No real good chances either way. And it looks like another foul on Whiteman as Buena will restart with a kick. Interception by Salmon. Salmon lays it off to Whiteman. Whiteman can't quite keep control. Buena with another interception. And then Volkman will intercept right there. Simmons with possession a little bit. It's kind of just a lot of turnovers back and forth so far in the midfield. No one really with a good chance so far. Meslin sends it in. Buena will collect. Ballesteri putting the pressure on, seeing if he can't force an Aaron clear, which he does. Meslin collects, finds Salmon. Simmons now with the ball. Drops it back to Green. Hermits will keep possession here. Sends it out wide to Volkman, who's at outside back. Can't quite find him on the overlapping run. The Hermits will be very content to keep possession here. Meslin sends it in, finds Simmons. Appears like he's on sides. Can't quite hold on to it. Takes a little bit heavy of a touch as he collected the ball at the edge of the box. And the great play by Buena's keeper to collect the ball and avoid any future danger. Punt goes out of bounds, though, so the Hermits will get another throw. Volkman will look to switch fields over to the other outside back, Meslin. And you can almost hear the wind coming through the microphones. It's a pretty windy day here. Shouldn't affect the game really much at all. Probably stopped raining a couple hours ago in the turf field. You won't even notice that it had rained probably a couple inches overnight. I'm sure the players on the bench, myself in the press box, and the parents are definitely feeling the cold and wind. Like Buena makes the first sub of the game. Malia is off. And after a throw, the Hermits will collect again. So we're about 10 minutes in. Not too many chances so far. He said the Hermits using a little bit more of a, we could call an experimental lineup, but even so, Haven't really been able to get much going against Buena so far. Volkman brings it down, finds Simmons on the sideline. Simmons attacking the net. Cuts it back into the middle. Can't quite find anybody. Looks like he was going for Whiteman there. The ball is collected by the Hermits and sent out wide to Meslin. Meslin cross in. Volkman chests it down. Can't quite keep control. Ball's bouncing around in the box. Simmons sends it back through. Almost finds Whiteman. And the Hermits are building a little more pressure here, but nothing too great of a chance. Salmon trying to dance his way through the box. Fires wide. And Buena will have a 6. Buena restarts. They're a good shot by Salmon. Mike B wins the 50-50 ball in the middle. Whiteman runs on top of it. Declan Davis collects. Again, you can see the Hermits kind of poking and prodding a little bit more now, getting a little more dangerous with their pass attempts, with their attacking moves, but again, nothing quite too dangerous so far. There, he tries to dance through the middle. Ball goes off a Buena defender's shins, and the Hermits will keep it. Whiteman controls the ball, kind of the edge of the box. Passes it back through to Salmon, who finds Ballesteri, and they'll swing it through the other side. Meslin starts to take the ball, have that early cross. Finds Simmons. Simmons finds himself on the ball and finishes. Simmons gives the Hermits a 1-0 lead about 12 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. I believe that's Vince's first goal of the year. And you figured it was only a matter of time. They were starting to, like I said, look a little more aggressive, a little more attacking on the ball, and then finally the breakthrough. You never know that Vince plays a lot of outside back with the finish like that. Calm, cool, collected. Just kind of slid it into the back of the net, the side of the net. As Coach Rolando used to say, who was the former coach here, just get your name in the paper. Doesn't really matter how it goes in, just got to go in. So Vince just with a calm, cool, collected finish gives the Hermits a 1-0 lead to start this game. And you figured Buena's game plan coming in was probably play pretty compact, pretty defensive, try and maybe catch them on the counter. You know, the Hermits come in as they were ranked in the state earlier. They were number 1 for a bit in South Jersey. And Buena's the lower end of the standings of the Cape Atlantic League. And so you figure they're going to play a little more defensive. So you wonder if that goal will open them up. Maybe if they'll try and stay a little more defensive, a little more compact until later in the game, see if they can't keep this at 1-0 before they try and take their shots. See if that changes. That first goal will change the game in any way. Kukru finds Meslin down the line. Meslin carries. Sends that early cross, looking for Simmons again. A little long. Got a couple of the Hermits there. Ballesteri finds Simmons again. You got Volkman out there, out wide. Finds Salmon in the middle. Salmon's pass intercepted. Whiteman takes control. Whiteman with a little nifty pass to try and find Ballesteri running on in. Can't quite get the through ball. Ballesteri collects at the top of the box and fires a little over the net. Good shot by there. Good shot there by Mikey B. Good win there by Volkman to keep it in Buena's end. But the Hermits turn it over and win it right back. They try to find Meslin down the line. Meslin sends it in. Again, cleared out. Salmon with the ball. And lays it across to Ballesteri. Ballesteri takes a rip. Blocked. And then cleared again by Buena. Not quite all the way out, though. Driscoll has the ball. Upfield. Finds Simmons around the 20-yard line. And again, the Hermits will keep possession. And they're content to do this probably for most of the game. Just the style of play this year under Coach Heaton has been, like I said, keep possession for at least 70% of the game, even against some of the tougher teams. Shawnee got him a couple mistakes, a couple counterattacks, and that's how they took the 2-0 lead. So even the better teams, though, they're keeping a lot of possession. So you're going to see a lot of the Hermits on the ball this game. Volkman finds Simmons down the line. Keeps it in play. Goes by one defender. Takes another shot and scores. Simmons with his second goal of the game. Both of them in the last about 5 minutes. The Hermits now have a 2-0 lead. In the 17th minute now, Hermits got a 2-0 lead.
Sending us in goal, scorer number 34, Vince Simmons. Goal scored in the 17th minute. Sending us in goal, Vince Simmons, 17th minute.
Let's find a little bit of the ball now. Throwing some numbers forward. Can't quite hold on to it. And the Hermits will be back the other way. The ball out to Volkman, who just can't quite get there. Buena making another couple subs, get some fresh bodies on the field for him. Again, the Hermits will intercept the throw, get it back to the center backs, and keep a little bit of possession. Meslin inside to Green, Green over to Salmon. Salmon back to Green. And Green over to Kukuru. Hermits got the ball. Ballesteri challenged, taken down, and a penalty given. So Mike Ballesteri with a nice feed there from Salmon. Got by one defender, two defender, and in the ensuing challenge, he was brought down. So we'll have Mike Ballesteri was awarded the penalty. Looks like his teammates will give it to him. So Mike will be also taking the shot. I figure he earned it. May as well shoot it. Oh, well, he passes it up to Simmons. Passes it up to his teammate Vince Simmons. See if he can't get a hat trick on the day. Vince sends it. Ooh, saved by the keeper. Vince follows it up and sends it just wide. Great save there by Buena's keeper. Able to parry it out enough to affect Simmons' second shot where he couldn't just, slide it home. So it was a great job by Buena's keeper to keep this game at 2-0. the ball back to Volkman. Volkman finds Ballesteri. Ballesteri brings it back out. Send it across to Kukru. Well, here Buena intercepts the ball, but then Simon wins it right back. You might see a lot of substitutions for Buena up front. Hermits are going to keep passing around, so they're going to be getting their legs tired if they're pressing the ball. So look for Buena to keep a lot of fresh faces on for their attacking front. Sent across to Ballesteri. Ballesteri takes a rip. Saved again by Buena. A great shot by Mike. A little close to the keeper, but made another good save. I mean, the last 3 minutes, Buena's keeper alone has kept this game at 2-0. Could be 4-0. And the Hermits will build out the back again. Salmon with the ball in the midfield. There's Driscoll on. Finds Whiteman. Chips it down the line to Simmons. He's on sides. Sends it across. Ooh. Shot by Green. Finds Buena's keeper again. A little bit of contact in the box, but you're never going to get that call. It was a good non-call by the official. And another good save by Buena's keeper. Again, Driscoll and Kukuru and Meslin will connect for a few more passes around the back. Meslin trying to bring it up. Gets by one defender. Almost gets by two. And Buena will clear it for a throw. Throw in for the Hermits, deep in Buena's end. Whiteman crosses it in, can't quite find anybody. He uses the no offsides and a throw in to his advantage, almost catches him nabbing. Few more substitutions on both ends. Looks like for the Hermits, junior Mike McGee and freshman Justin Chekaneckia have entered the game. Well, Buena on the run. 2v3. Can he find his runner on the outside? Tries to cut through the middle. Probably one too many touches. He had the winger coming down the edge. Didn't quite have enough time to find him. And the Hermits were able to win the ball back. And you'll see that it's commonplace in especially the last few Hermits games, is when they lose the ball, they'll go win it back right away. So they'll start to catch you on the counter, but if you don't make the most of it right away, you've got midfielders, wingers, your outside backs who had just pushed up, all rushing back to recollect the ball and start that possession game for the Hermits again. So if you're going to catch them on the counter, you better do it quick. Buena will keep a little bit of possession here. Try the long ball through, but it's collected by Brown at the back. There's Chekanecki on the ball right now. Swings it out wide to Volkman. Volkman will carry through the midfield. Find Whiteman, who tries to find McGee coming down the line, but pass just quite isn't there. The Hermits have the ball. Declan Davis still up at left wing. Sends the cross in. Collected by Buena's keeper. But it slips through his hands. Almost there to finish it up is Mike McGee, but it'll go out for a corner. Buena's keeper is playing great so far. Almost with a mistake there, but the score remains 2-0. looks like McGee will send this one in. Well, Whiteman finds it, but cleared off the line by Buena, and the goalie collects. Whiteman found a little bit of space off the cross from McGee. Couldn't quite find the back of net. A good header into the ground, exactly what you want to do. Just a better play by Buena's defender to clear it off the line. This will find Whiteman again. Whiteman plays it through to Czekanecki. Czekanecki takes a shot. Just wide. Might just have to start shortening it to check. I know that's what Coach Wooster calls him on JV. A little bit of a mouthful to get out as he's about to rip a shot into hopefully the side netting. But a little wide there for Czech. And Buena will start it up again. Again, Driscoll and Kukuru connecting on a couple passes. Looks like a handful of juniors might have the night off, as normally the mainstay in the back line, Shane Clancy, did not start today. Maybe get a little rest before the postseason, and we have not seen junior forward Matt Liss or Brian Sharkey, some of the better players on the Hermits. Salmon with the ball, finds Ballesteri up wide, gets it out to McGee. McGee will send it in. Whiteman tries the back heel. Salmon with it, shoots wide, and collected by Buena's goalie. Shoots wide, it took a deflection off of a Buena defender. Whiteman was almost there to clean up. But again, Buena's keeper makes another nice play. Oh, a turnover there for Buena. But Volkman wins it right back. Ballesteri on the ball again. Finds Salmon. Salmon goes right back to him, but intercepted by Buena. Like I said, even when the Hermits lose the ball, you don't have a lot of time to figure out what you're doing before they're trying to press and win it right back. And Buena trying the overhead through ball. Nothing quite connecting. Hammond plays it down the wing to Whiteman, who is offsides. He'll play it through the middle, and Czech will collect. Plays it back to Kukuru. You're getting a little aggressive there. The forward is playing a little higher, trying to stop that pass from the one center back to the other. Hermits send it through. Looks like Declan Davis is on it. And he finish around the keeper. He does, and it's a 3-0 game for the Hermits. Declan Davis with the nice finish there. Great through ball. Finds the back of the net. And senior Declan Davis, normally playing it outside back. Today getting a little bit of time up top. And he makes the most of it. The Hermits now lead 3-0 in the 28th minute. See the rain picked up just a little bit coming into the booth, a little bit on your camera lens right there. You can see the elements coming into play a little bit. Not the most pleasant evening in Richland. And the Hermits keep the ball, again out to Ballesteri. Sterry back to Driscoll. And then it looks like Angel Collazo has entered the game for the Hermits at outside back. Sophomore, been fighting his way into the starting lineup here and there since senior Casey Urbacheski got hurt. Got to start the other day versus Eastern. So you're seeing more and more of him going forward, especially as you get into the playoffs. Hermits sent it across. Buna's able to clear. And the Hermits seeing most of the possession in this game. At this point, up 3-0, they'll be content to pass around the back, take some time off the clock. Intercepted there by Buena, but again, Hermits win it right back. After a bad pass and interception, the Hermits always seem to find a way to win it right back. Again, tonight's the Hermits senior night. Celebrating the last 4 years of these guys in the program. Been 3 Cape Atlantic Division titles. They've won 1 Coaches Cup when these guys were sophomores, and then they won the South Jersey title, 1 sectional title last year when they made it to the state finals and lost in overtime versus Seton Hall. A questionable call. Or I should say non-call. But to look at that hardware this year, again, there's no state true state champions in New Jersey this year because of all the COVID restrictions. So the Hermits will play for a sectional title. Again, a little different groups than we're used to. CBA is not in it, but we'll go through the bracket after halftime. They'll have a chance to add to their senior resumes. Looks like Rob Holland has entered the game, number 21 for the Hermits. Entering into the midfield. There's Mike McGee running down the line, sends in that early cross. Looking for Whiteman, can't quite find him. Almost finds Check, but it looks like he was called offsides. We'll start with the ball, but again, one right back. Oh, never mind. It was almost one back by the Hermits. I couldn't quite control it. Buena has the ball in the midfield. And a good interception. Looks like David Capuccio has also entered the game for the Hermits. At number 37. Trek dribbling down the middle. Trek trying to find Whiteman. Again, Buna's goalie's there. Taking it on the sideline, looking for a little help, looking for, for a few more players to help on this attack. Angel intercepts, but it looks like it goes off of him. No, actually it'll go off of the Buena player. Hermits will have a throw-in. McGee looking for Holland, can't quite find him. And there's Check on the ball, up to Whiteman. Tries to go back to him. Collazo finds Whiteman up here again. Whiteman very effective at playing that hold-up play as that center forward. He uses his big frame, his big body, kind of holds the ball off, lets his runners start to advance downfield, and then usually trying to find the outside back of the wingers making those overlapping runs. And Meslin looking for Whiteman. Nothing there. Puccio wins the ball out of the air, and the Hermits will start back up. Been a lot of the same calls. There's Whiteman has the ball, dribbles forward a little bit, beats one defender, can't quite beat the second. Buena will clear it out. A lot of Hermits possession, a lot of passing around the back, a lot of attacking on the wings. Been most of this game. Fine check in the midfield. Check plays it out wide to Meslin. Can't quite make it there. Like also 29 Christian Torpy has entered the game in the midfield. Brother of Ethan Torpy, one of the Hermits' regular, if not starters, first subs off the bench. Whiteman tries to find, check down the outside. Looks like he was off though. And go Whiteman down the edge. Take on two defenders. Tries to send it across. Collazo on the ball. Will bounce around the top of the box before Christian Torpy collects. As Driscoll tries to find Collazo on the outside. Can't quite connect. Go out for a Hermits throw. Goes into Capuccio through the midfield. Who will keep possession. Send it back to Driscoll, who send it all the way back to goalie Gavin Brown. Oh, Buena clears it off their own player. And then out of bounds for Hermits throw. They're looking for Holland in the middle, but picked off. Buena, a 1v3, looking for a little bit of help coming. He finds him on the outside. But Collazo uses his speed to shield the ball out of bounds, and he'll give the Hermits another throw. Torpy just keeps the ball in, and his pass just stays in with McGee, but cleared up by Buena, and then collected by Brown, who bobbles it for a half a second, but holds on. And it looks like Kukuru has moved up into the center forward position, and Capuccio has taken his spot at center back. I'm sorry, Volkman had moved from outside back to center back. He was just playing a little farther left. I thought he might have been left back now. So Kukuru moves up. We got Torpy on the ball in the midfield. Tries to find Meslin. Meslin with the ball. Crosses in. Bounces a few times. Nobody can find Nobody can find it. And it'll be back to Volkman.
2 minutes remain in the first half. 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes of the first half. Again, the Hermits lead 3-0. Seen most of the ball this half. Allen kicks it off a Buena defender, and they'll have the throw in. We'll send it all the way back to Brown. Back. Colazzo up to Capuccio. Capuccio turns, finds Colazzo again, intercepted by Buena. Again, every time Buena's able to get a little bit of possession, it seems to be like a 2-on-5. The Hermits use that press to just win the ball right back. Come down to the last 40 or so seconds of this first half. Cougar can't quite control the ball up top. Buena's seen a little bit more of it now, but they haven't really turned into anything too dangerous. There's been a lot of this. They start to go out on the break, on the counter. They don't really find anybody to kind of link up their passes to, and the Hermits are able to win the ball back.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
and that'll be halftime.
0.
Again, the Hermits are going to halftime, leading Buena 3-0 here on senior night.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
Welcome back to the second half of Buena versus Hermit Soccer. Before we get started, we'll throw out the bracket for the non-public South Jersey tournament. Again, it's only sectionals this year, so there's no state final, there's no tournament. So you can see the Hermits will have Holy Spirit starting on Tuesday, as they have the number 1 seed in the bracket. Again, the Hermits have a 3-0 lead behind 2 goals from Vince Simmons and 1 from Declan Davis. Few subs rotating in. You can see Colby Taylor enters in as the new keeper for Gavin Brown. Although outside of that, it looks like pretty much the starting lineup from the beginning of the game, as they find Simmons down the wing looking for his 3rd goal. Buena intercepts and clears. And Salmon will keep the ball for the Hermits. Out there to Meslin. And swings it back in to Jake Green. And again, a little more possession for the Hermits here. Stereo swinging again back to Kukuru. Rain slowed down a little bit during halftime. Still a little misty, still a little wet. Salmon tries to send it through. Meslin thought he was going to cross. I guess he put it on his left. And sends it off of a defender for a Hermits throw. Looking for Green. Green sends it back out to Salmon. And Salmon hits it off a defender for a corner. This is actually the first meeting between Buena and Hermit Soccer since 2013, which was a 0-0 draw. So it's been a while since these teams have met, 7 years. Because they've been, different size schools, been the different divisions in the Cal for quite some time. So they swing it in. Simmons finds again. Simmons sends it in, and there's the hat trick. Vince Simmons curls it into the net, give the Hermits a 4-0 lead, and give him his 3rd goal on the day. Simmons getting a little time up top today. He's normally outside back. Been playing a little bit again for injured Casey Urbacheski, but he's making the most of his time up at right wing today.
Standing up to goal, scored by number 34, Vince Simmons. Goal scored in the 43rd minute. Standing up to goal, Vince Simmons, 43rd minute.
Buena doing a nice job of keeping the ball right there. Again, if you're looking ahead to playoffs starting next week, it's kind of a bit of an unknown. You have a year with COVID, so teams have been shutting down, or even if your team didn't shut down, the team you could have had on the schedule shut down. Hermits have been very fortunate. This is actually you're allowed 14 games in the season. This is their 14th, so they're playing a full schedule. But a lot of these teams in the bracket haven't played the full set of games, or they're playing a more localized, regionalized schedule. So you have some teams like Doane Academy in the bracket who, could face Eustis in the semifinal or the quarterfinals, or Paul Sixth in there. You're not really sure what to expect of them. Same thing with Camden Catholic and Holy Cross. As the Hermits send one in, hits off the post, but it is the football goal post, so that'll be out for a corner because it took a deflection off of a Buena defender. But you don't know what to expect out of some of these teams. Paul Six, a little above 500, has a good win over Washington Township, who's always good, but Township had been on and off playing all year, so it's hard to get a read on anybody. I mean, anybody can really win any game, so it's going to make these playoffs pretty exciting, pretty interesting. Just hoping that we get to play it all the way through. Nobody on any side of the bracket has to drop out because of any circumstances off the field. As Whiteman finds the ball, can't quite get it there. Oh, but I guess it went out for a corner as the goalie couldn't keep it all the way in bounds. So it'll be another Hermits corner. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to look too far ahead, but that could be, Paul 6 could be the toughest competition in that bracket projected so far. I mean, anybody with a win over Township, probably a pretty good team. Oops, the ball knocks around the box for the Hermits. And the Hermits take a little air out of the ball. No problem, up 4-0 to keep a little bit of possession here along the back line. It's back to starting lineup with Volkman and Meslin at the outside backs. Kukuru and Driscoll at center backs. You have Salmon and Green and Ballesteri in the midfield. And Davis, Simmons, and Whiteman up top. I guess the one change is right there. Colby Taylor's in net. So again, it's been a pretty successful year for the Hermits. They 11-1-1. Looks like they might go to 12-1-1 here. Right after a year where you graduated at least 9 starters from a state final team. First year head coach after Coach Verlander retired. You just hope they can maybe take some hardware home. There's no Coaches Cup to play this year. There's no Cal tournament to play this year. So those trophies are, not awarded this season. So you hope you can get this sectional final in. I mean, they've been playing real well. And a pretty good schedule. I mean, they've beaten some good teams. Bridgeton twice, Ocean City, EHT, who was number 1 in South Jersey at the time. Tied Clearview. They've had, like I said, it's been a pretty good year overall. You just hope you can finish it off nicely with 3 more wins after today. We'll bring home that sectional title. As Davis plays in Simmons, looking for his 4th, kicks it around the goalie, and finds the back of the net. So that is Vince Simmons' 4th goal of the day. The Hermits now lead 5-0. And Buena will get this game back started with the restart. Play it back to their center backs. And we're currently in the 48th minute. Buena putting the high press on now. Maybe trying to intercept a pass. Get on a fast break. Again, the Hermits are just so good in possession. I mean, they practice that all the time. You can play negative to go play positive. Keep possession. Opponents can't score. You got the ball. So, I mean, you can try and press them high, hope to make a mistake, but that's what they've been working at all year. So they've been getting pretty good at not having those, bad turnovers which lead to goal. As I say that, Buena intercepts the ball. And then the Hermits win it right back. Salmon on the ball. Out to Ballesteri. Looks like he's finding Davis, who sends it across to Meslin. Meslin crosses it back to Whiteman, who can't quite find the net. Actually, looks like Gavin Brown has made his way from playing goalie the first half to now he's at right wing. That's why I couldn't kind of place him right away. Thought it was still Declan Davis. Gavin Brown getting a chance to get up in the game. A little contact in the box, no call. It's the right call. And Buena will be out the other way. So Brown, he's a pretty accomplished field player. I mean, I've always said that he'd have a chance to start for the Hermits if he decided he was a midfielder or a goalie, and definitely if he was at his local high school. So it'd be good to see him get some minutes at right wing, see if he can't add a goal to his name. Whiteman with the ball, finds Meslin down the line. He'll trickle out of bounds for a corner. Hermits making some more subs, so Justin Chekanecki is back on for the Hermits, subbing in for Michael Ballesteri. Ball goes all the way through. Salmon tries to rip one from the top of the edge 18, the edge of the 18, but it deflects off a Buena defender and goes out of bounds. And there's Jake Green on the ball. Turn through the defender, goes out wide. And wants to send it back in to Chekanecki. Chekanecki takes a shot. Ooh, just past the post. A couple good shots there from the freshman. He had one in the first half, almost found the back of the net. Looks like some more subs. Hermits getting in some of the JV players, some of the on the bench. Jake McGuff is on for Sal Kukuru in the back. There he is on the ball, another freshman. Back to Taylor. Colby Taylor will send it out wide. Driscoll finds the ball. Driscoll plays it up top to Gavin Brown. Gavin tries to find Declan Davis through the middle, can't quite connect. Cleared away by Buena. But out for a throw for the Hermits. Out for a throw for Buena. Try and get one back here. Clears it up front, but I think Driscoll will let this one run out. Nope. He wasn't about to head out, so he sends it back to the goalie. Sends it back to Taylor. We'll find Meslin down the line. The Hermits start the attack out wide. Meslin looking for Declan Davis. He'll be out for a Buena throw. Salmon has the ball for the Hermits. Salmon across to Jake Green. Jake Green back to Salmon. Finds Whiteman. Whiteman takes a rip. Blocked by a Buena defender. Let it out for corner. Not quite sure what's going on there. Guess he didn't want to take the risk of swinging that back into play. But the Hermits will have another corner. Their fifth of the day. in, sent across, and ripped into the side of the net by, couldn't quite tell who it was. Luke Volkman with the goal. The ball is bouncing through the box. Eventually found Volkman's feet. He was able to curl it into the side corner. The Hermits now lead 6-0. A goal in the 54th minute for the Hermits.
Goal scored in the 54th minute. Lucas Volkman, 54th minute.
And the Hermits keep a little possession. About 26 minutes left in this game. Kevin Brown cuts in, puts it on his left, and he scores! Kevin Brown with the goal. Goalie with the goal. Hermits now lead 7-0. Well, windy, a little rainy. I'm sure Gavin doesn't mind. Well, he's got his first varsity goal. Keep a clean sheet in the first half and go get your goal in the second. Buena playing a little higher line. Trying to win the ball in a dangerous area. The Hermits will navigate through it. Intercepted by Buena. And after this game, if you, as we mentioned before, Coach Dom of Buena was Coach Dom Pernice was former Hermits coach and former Hermits player. We have a handful of old games we put up during the initial shutdown that we had some of the players and coaches and former athletes go back and kind of commentate over. So you can actually go back and watch the 2010 state final where players like him, Coach Don Pernice, Connor Herf, Don Palmieri, go win the most recent state championship for the Hermits. You'll also see the 1982 state basketball final, which is Coach Rodeo's first one, the 2016 basketball final, which was Coach Rodeo's most recent one, the most recent swimming state final. See a lot of old games up there with some both versions, the version without any commentary or new commentary, and then the version where former coaches and players that were there that day kind of talk about the game. So if you want to take a look, see Coach Dom. He almost got some concussion late in that game. Isn't able to go back in. But you'll see kind of what a hard-nosed player he was back in the day if you want to check those out after this game. Again, here's the Hermits being content with holding the ball. They got a pretty big lead. They'll be able to kind of just run some clock off here. Again, Meslin and Chekanekia combine in the midfield. Over to Green. Green to Volkman. Volkman out to Salmon. Salmon to Brown. The Hermits will just kind of pass it around for a little bit. Almost out of bounds, but yeah, just content to hold on the ball. Run some clock here. Buena with an interception, but again, can't really quite get a hold of the ball. They'll get those interceptions, they'll get those big touches on the line, but they can't quite do much with it once they get into the Hermits' final third. So again, this is a stream by the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. If any students are watching, feel free to stop up to athletics. We're always looking for more members. If you want to announce the game, do the camera, run the laptop, whatever it is, we got plenty of positions available, plenty of games to be able to shoot during the year. We're going to do all the home games, especially with COVID going on. You know, as of right now, there's no fans allowed for winter season, so it'll be a pretty big of a lot of importance to make sure we're streaming these games. So if any students are around, or if you're maybe a future Hermit, or you're looking into the 8th grade, next year, don't feel free to reach out to us. We could always use new members of the Hermits Broadcasting channel. I know I'm announcing today and running the camera, but I'll be more than glad to pass this off to as many students as possible. And Whiteman puts his foot on the ball. Send it back around for the Hermits. Finds Green, goes back to Taylor. The Hermits will take another 20 seconds off the clock. Oh, Whiteman with a big touch. Tries to run onto it. Good sliding tackle by Buena's defense. See a few JV players here today looking to make their mark maybe for next year. Another successful season ended recently, as today's the last day you could play games, but the freshmen and JV teams ended their season on Monday and Tuesday. I'll get to see a little glimpses of some of these guys before the playoffs this year. We see what's in store for next year. Yep. Ball almost goes out of bounds, but a good recovery by Driscoll. Taylor will collect and then launch it up. Nope. Goes with the short pass under to Chekanekia. Guff now with the ball. And it'll run all the way through back to Buena's back line. We'll let it run, and Buena will have a throw. Looks like we got some subs coming on for both Buena and the Hermits. Looks like Rob Holland back in for the Hermits. Rob Holland, another talented sophomore. slated to compete for some minutes in the midfield this year until injury right at the end of tryouts kind of cost him most of the season up until this point. And then, as leg injuries go, when you come back, you're not exactly in shape. So it's good to see him work his way in, see if he can contribute, give him good minutes for these next 3 games in the playoff run. Hopeful 3 games. And cleared up. Aslan touches it on to White and can't quite get there. Buena will play it back to the keeper. See Mike McGee on the ball, playing a little outside back. Mike McGee played JV basketball last year for the Hermits. You kind of hope Governor Murphy and the NJSA were going to meet later next week, I believe, and discuss the future winter sports. Do they move them into Season 3? Do they hold them where they're at? Hopefully we'll be able to get as much as, basketball and wrestling seasons at the rim, but it seems that football and soccer have been pretty successful so far. Granted, they're outdoor sports. The numbers were down in the beginning of the year for the COVID cases, but it's been a successful season so far, and we'll hope that continues for the rest of the year. Buena on the ball. 18 with a shot. Saved by Taylor. A big throw out to McGee. Oh, bad turnover there by the Hermits. Buena lays it off. Can't quite get the full power behind it, and the ball just trickles up to Taylor. Taylor will throw it back again to McGee on the outside. Sawyer Weidenkrantz runs onto the ball. Another one of those sophomores called up for today's game. Yeah, it's one of those things with programs like St. Augustine is they got talented players up and down the program. So it's exciting to see some of these young guys get some time here, see what the future looks like. But at the same time, they got, tonight's senior night, you got 9 seniors who all log serious minutes, who are, major contributions to like last year's sectional final team. Hopefully, another sectional title this year. So when you graduate talent, you always bring up more. It's exciting to see the future while also paying our tributes to the seniors who will be honored here after the game today. And we got about 14 minutes left in the game. We're in the 67th minute. Just about to be the 68th. a cold, slightly rainy, windy night here in Richland. Hermits lead 7-0. Now it's not the easiest seat to the camera with all the rain droplets going in, but we'll make do. Another throw in for the Hermits right near Buena's bench. And Collazo back in the game and outside back. Sends it through to Czechanakia, onto McGuff. Sophomore, freshman, like I was saying. Some of these subs that are in now. And it looks like Green's running on the ball. Can't quite get there. And Buena will clear. Well, the edge of the box tries for a cross, a one-touch cross. Would have been a tough pass to make. Still got a little possession right here. Buena's trying to find something, maybe a little bit of an answer. Shot goes just over the net. Good attempt there by Buena. Trying to pull one back. As we approach 10 minutes left in this game. About 10 minutes, 40 seconds. We're in the 70th minute. And the Hermits keeping the ball. They're content with this lead. Content to get a win here on senior night. Build that momentum going into the sectional playoffs. Weidenkrantz on the ball. Weidenkrantz sends it across. Puccio. And the Hermits still seeing a lot of the ball. Like I said, next up for the Hermits broadcast, we will have as many playoff games as the soccer team has. So next up will be on Tuesday, as there is no football game on Friday night. So next game will be on Tuesday as the Hermits take on Spirit. Hermits soccer takes on Holy Spirit. Then after that, it'll be the soccer game on Thursday if they beat Holy Spirit. It'll be between the winner of Holy Cross and Camden Catholic. And then our next football game will be next Friday, as the football team will play the winner of the Williamstown-Hamilton game. So you're going to see them take on a familiar opponent. Hamilton was a close one. Hermits were able to pull away at the end. Williamstown was at Williamstown. They went for 2 to win the game in overtime, and the Hermits were able to come up with a big stop. Basher Jenkins with the tackle. So the next football game will be broadcast. It'll be a week from today versus either Williamstown or Hamilton. Next soccer schedule, what the soccer schedule looks like, will be Tuesday, Thursday, and if the Hermits are able to win both games, they'll host the sectional final here on Saturday. Most likely a late morning, early afternoon game, but all those times are still to be determined. And after this, Hermits Broadcasting will have every home game located at St. Augustine Prep. So in the winter, once we reach the winter season, you'll have every basketball, wrestling, swimming, all those competitions, even fencing will be carried live here on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel, permitted that all those sports go on as planned. Like I said, the Hermits just content to kind of pass this one out. Got about 6.5 minutes left on the clock. And the Hermits passing around the back. We're into the final 5 minutes, 40 seconds or so. Looks like we got stoppage right here. The rest will restart the play. Give Taylor a drop ball. McGee through to Check. Check back to McGuff. And around again. You're going to try to make a late push here. Like I said, get on the board. But not much happening so far. So next up for Buena will be on Saturday as they enter the playoffs. They will have Riverside at Riverside at 10 a.m. in the Southwest B Group 1B playoffs. So again, they're kind of like making different groups. It's not your normal Group 1, South, Group 2, all that. It's shortened COVID brackets, basically. So Buena will have Riverside at Riverside on Saturday. And the Hermits have a bye in that first round, although that's because there's only an 18 bracket for the non-public South Jersey bracket, so everybody's got a bye on that first date of the 14th. And they will take on Holy Spirit on Tuesday. So we're in the final 3 minutes. Probably just going to be a little bit more of this. Hermits just kind of playing it out. Take the win, take the momentum. Hopefully be ready for Holy Spirit on Tuesday. And we're about to enter the final 2 minutes.
2 minutes remain in the second half. 2 minutes.
Not much happening here in the last maybe 10, 15 minutes of the game. And mostly the same as this. Looks like Buena's going to empty the bench. Well, Buena with the interception on the or on the sixth kick. Well, not the sixth kick. On the punt out from Taylor. Can't do much with it. We got another last minute of play here. Buena stops with a chance here. Again, the Hermits will kind of snuff it out. A long-range attempt. Goes over the goalie's head and out of play. And that'll do it for today. Again, on senior night, the Hermits defeat Buena 7-0. We will be back on Tuesday with the Hermits soccer playoff game versus Holy Spirit. Thank you all for tuning in.